and running from the police. That's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. I finally understand. For a woman, it ain't easy trying to raise a man. I gotta stop the song and say, yeah, that's hardcore truth. Yeah, you always was committed, a poor single mother on welfare. This doesn't sound like the song. Tell me how you did it. There's no way I can. Oh, here it is. Here it is. There's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. Damn, bro. You appreciate it.
Bars, bro.
Right. So everybody, you know that's iconic, right? Like that's iconic. So that's a little hint on what we're talking about today. Today we're not debating sports. We're not ranking movies, Louis. Okay, no Armageddon talk.
Wonder Years.
We're honoring. You had to get it in. Oh, that's funny. We are honoring real greatness. Our mothers, grandmothers, wives, sisters, and just mentors, teachers. These are the women who built us, always had our backs, and always believed in us. So tonight, whenever you're watching this, we salute the women in our lives who made us who we are, past, present, and forever. This one is personal. Next on a serious gentleman's hour.
Wow. Yeah, you can thank a woman, bro. I guarantee you can thank a woman. But I'm gonna thank you if you drop the intro.
Got you.
All right.
Shoot, bro. I was almost getting a little teared up just reading that. Started thinking about all the women of my like, hey, why do women do that to us, bro? It's like they get us mad, they get us angry, they get us sad, they get us happy. It's like they bring out all the emotions, bro.
They plant some sort of passion, bro, in you when they make you.
Yeah. Yep.
Because without a woman, bro, you are not here. Simple as that.
That's why I'm dressed up today. I don't know if you noticed, but now that we're talking ladies, I'm gonna suit up, bro. I'm like Barney, remember from
suit up,
How I Met Your Mother?
Nice.
All right, Unc, let's get into it. So I'm gonna ask you the first question. Who is the woman that shaped you the most? And what's one thing she did that you didn't appreciate until you got older?
I'm gonna say there's two. Most likely, obviously my mom. My mom indirectly impacted my life. And my sister Rosie. I think they kind of tag teamed at a certain point. I think my sister Rosie kind of tagged my mom out. Not that my mom was gone or like absent, but there were certain things that I think Rosie knew that I needed. As far as like age wise, like stuff for school, stuff for clothing, whatever. That my mom obviously had no idea or whatever. I mean, like I said, she always loved me. She always cared for me. She always took care of me. But that's kind of where it stopped. And I think Rosie kind of saw that and she kind of stepped in for certain things. And even now to this day, bro, I mean, I have a better communication with my sister Rosie than I do my mom. And it's not because I don't love her and she doesn't love me. It's just not, it was never really established at a certain point. So I would say that just kind of helped me appreciate certain things. And then, like I said, it wasn't till recently, bro, maybe like within the last 5 or 6 years, I really found out my mom's struggles when she was younger. As far as like a young, like when she had my sister Megan and stuff that went on with her dad and her coming over here and then eventually getting with my dad and the struggles that came with that, as far as, because he had kids and, they're not as receptive to her. And I mean, just a bunch of obstacles, bro. And she always persevered. She pushed through and she never showed me any direct, like, resentment or any kind of, like, she didn't show it. So I didn't know. I just thought, life is tough sometimes. And they always gave us what we needed and what we wanted. And it wasn't until older, bro, and I for sure didn't appreciate it for sure until I heard that story. And I was like, oh man, like I felt so bad because I never knew it as a younger as a younger man.
Yeah, but that's hard too as a kid or even as a young adult, like, to know all that. But
Yeah.
my question is, do you think you would have like turned out different if your sister wasn't there to kind of, how you said, kind of pick up where your mom kind of left off or whatever? Like, say she wasn't there, or say she had already left, what do you think would have happened to you, or you think you still would have been on the same path?
No, I think I know. I for sure. I think I would have been different. Like I said, my sister Rosie directly influenced me because she kind of talked to me and treated me kind of like an individual, bro. Like I wasn't like my mom and dad kind of just raised me and they were there and they gave me whatever and they kind of addressed things that needed to be addressed. But my sister Rosie was more on
Yeah.
a personal level.
Right,
And I
right.
think if she wouldn't have been there, I mean, I would have probably I'd probably be dead right now, bro. Because I don't think
Damn.
I think at a certain point I realized like, hey, I'm trying to be like her. Like I wanted to go. I knew I had to go to college, and I knew because she went to college and whatever. But then when I made certain decisions and college like stopped and I was kind of like, dude, like I can do my own thing and I can do something else. But I always had that kind of in the background. Like that's what I was kind of shooting for. And even though it didn't happen, I know that kind of kept me in line to a certain point because I was causing problems and trouble and stuff. But yeah, that's indirectly, I would say for sure. Yeah.
Have you, and I'm sure you have, because you said you guys have good communication. You've told her that, like, hey, thank you. If it wasn't for
I
you,
don't
who
think,
knows what?
I don't think I've told her directly because even though we do talk, I mean, it's still hard for me to express certain things, but she's watched certain episodes and I know I've given her shout
Oh,
outs and, she came on and she
yeah.
jumped on and we said what we said. And so I know she knows and I hope she knows. And I mean, maybe I should say it more often or maybe I should just directly say it. But yeah, I mean, it's gotten a lot better, a lot more emotional in the last like 10 years. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah.
How do you, this is kind of just a different question, but I'm just curious. How do you think it'll be once your parents are gone? Do you think it's going to bring you guys closer together, or do you guys think you guys will go
When
like
my
more
parents are
apart
gone,
now? Yeah, when it's just you two.
I think I think it'll bring us closer because yeah, because I mean, you kind of see something when when they're gone. There's gonna be a void, and
Right.
thankfully she's very good with my kids. I don't know if I'm the same with her kids. I love her daughters to death, but I'm not necessarily I don't express it as much, I guess. But I don't think I've ever like gone away from them. But I don't know. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't separate us. But I'm pretty sure it'll bring us together. Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
we're gonna make me
For
cry,
me,
dog.
oh, it's only the first question, bro. Hey, we got 30 more questions. For me, who is the woman that shaped me the most, and what did she think that I appreciate when I'm older? So I probably have two. I probably have my grandmother and my mom, but I'm gonna start with my mom first. Maybe hopefully my grandma. I'm sure my grandma will come up on one of the other ones, but um yeah. What's one thing she did I didn't appreciate? So she was like real, like, like about work and, her job and moving up and making money for us, so like she always kind of made it known, like, I'm doing it for the family. I want to keep moving up. I want to make money for you guys. I want your guys' life to be, this is what I tell my kids now. I think every parent should feel like you want your kid's life to be better than yours, you know what I mean? And so she
Hmm.
wanted to give us a great life so that eventually we'd have a better life, keep it
Yeah,
going
for
on. But
sure.
the one thing I remember is she was always so like like she was real cool and easygoing, but the one thing she was like serious about was like getting an education. She had gotten a degree. She was like the first in her family to get a bachelor's
Nice.
degree. And so from the time we were little, and I've told this story before. I'm not, I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Um, I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So for me, it was like, what, school like that, bro? Me in school did not go well. So the fact that I made it to college, it's 100% a testament to her and only her, because she's the only one that made me believe that, yeah, you're going to school. There is no other option here. You're going to college, even when I was failing in high school. Okay, well, you're going to take a longer route. You're going to go to community college, and then you're going to go from there. You're going to go to college, but you're going to college, and then
But you
my
but you
dad.
took you took the route,
Yeah, I
which
took
is
that route because I didn't know there was another
yeah.
route. I remember my
Yeah,
dad telling me, "You either go to school or you go to the military," and I was like, "Oh, fools are going to send me to the military?"
yeah.
Like, man, I don't know. I'm lazy. I like to sleep. You know what I mean? I got flat feet. I got flat feet, bro. I got bone
I got
spurs, man. I
bone
got
spurs
bone
in my
spurs.
ankle.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a bone spur right here. I think I don't know where my bone spur. But
You
anyway,
got a
so
bone
it's
spur in
like,
your trousers, dog.
I oh shit, boing, yeah. But like that was one thing that she always instilled, and I remember it was more like for my sister, like she thrived. Like school for her was easy and good, but for me, it was like it was always a struggle. So I have to give her props for that, but I didn't even realize it till later when I finally did graduate and all that, and seeing like, oh damn, that was actually an accomplishment. And then I was just kind of like shocked, like, how did I do that? But 100% to her, she didn't give me any other choice. And at the time, it was annoying and like whatever. But later on, like, wow, thank you, I appreciate that. So that was like a lesson I learned, and that's what I do with my kids. Like, you guys are going to college, you guys are going to school, you guys are, you're doing something. Like, you're doing something. And so that's one thing that she instilled in me. It was like, you need to there's like steps to life, and
Yeah.
school was one of the steps. All right, how about this? What's something a woman taught you that another man never could? Or is there anything?
I don't know if this counts, but I'm gonna say unconditional love. And
Damn,
that was
bro, that's what I was gonna do.
that was but I don't
Go
know who
ahead,
it was
go
for
ahead.
you. For me it was
Go
Cass.
ahead, go ahead. Oh, it was
Yeah, for me it was
Cass?
Cass.
Yeah, no, this show is on any woman
And
in your life, you know what I mean? Or even a girl, maybe a
yeah. A
daughter. Yeah,
female.
yeah, go
Any
for it.
female.
Yeah, yeah. Any
Yeah,
female.
because
There you
I
go.
mean, like I said, my mom loved me. I know my mom loves me. I know my dad loves me. I know my sisters and my most of my siblings love me. But
Yeah.
it wasn't until I had Cass that I said, "Oh my god, like this is love." Because I held her and I felt like my life just changed, bro. Like my life was there was a purpose in my life, and I need to do whatever I have to take care of this child, to hopefully make this child a decent person in life. And then once she started walking, bro, and talking, and just the smile, bro, when she would see me when I'd come home from work, and just a smile, and she had her little pigtails, and bro, I was like, this is something that I will never get tired of. You know what I mean?
That's like,
Are you
well,
okay,
that's not my
young
answer, but
man?
now that makes me think of my daughters, and that's the same thing. I have like a
So
picture up
that
here.
to me is something that
Yeah,
a
to you,
man will
that's
never teach
and
me.
that's 100%. That's 100%. No man will ever look at you the way your daughter. Well, I might sometimes I do when you say
Sometimes I look
some
at
of
you
those
like,
things, but
man, this guy
but no, I have a picture in my bathroom, and it's one of my
of me,
daughters.
of me.
No, it's next to the one of you. I'm on the bed, and like I think I was laying in bed or whatever, probably on my phone or something, and she took my glasses. I used to wear glasses. I got LASIK, bro, laser
Nice,
fix, and now I got
nice.
3D, brother, 3D.
You
I
can
can
see
see
into
the
the future.
future. Yes, look at this. Look at that.
Nice, nice.
Two great brains thinking
There you
alike,
go,
bro.
dog.
But anyway, so I'm on the bed, and she comes and she takes my glasses off and she puts them on, and she just like stared, like the look she was just giving me, it just like it melts me, bro. I like any pictures of them as kids, like this was us at the zoo or whatever. I just, bro, it almost brings a tear to my eye because those moments are fleeting. But anyways, I didn't want to take over. I didn't want to take over your answer, but
No, I'm
it
already
just made
done. This is all you. This is
I
all
know
you.
it made me think of my daughters. But the one thing I was gonna say is a woman that taught me unconditional love. And you're right, the kids. God, when they're kids, they have unconditional love. But I was gonna say my grandmother, just because when I got close to her is when I was like older. I was always close to her, but when I really got closer was when I was actually like living with her. She moved into our house, and it was just me. I think my sister was still there, and it was us living there. And it was like, man, like I have never felt like unconditional love, and just like I could feel it when I walked in the house. You know what I mean? It was just like the way she, cooked for me and cleaned up after me, and just the kindness when I would walk out of the room and I'd see her
Yeah,
in the kitchen and just like, "Hi, Polly, like you want to sit down dinner?" I was just like I'm in love with this woman. You know what I mean?
and
It's
you
like,
know that's a
that's
hundred
just
percent,
like,
bro. That's 100% love
That's 100%
because they
love,
don't
bro.
have to do it.
No,
They want to do
I
it.
like I never saw her mad or frown or like you're trying to tell me she didn't have a bad day because I lived with her probably for 2 to 3 years. You're telling me in all those times she never had a bad day? I never saw it, bro. She never came out one day and like, oh, I don't, you don't get dinner. You go buy something. I'm tired. I
Yeah,
had a
you're a
bad,
grown man. Go cook your goddamn self.
and I was a grown man, and I was a grown man. And she used to wash my clothes. I used to tell her, no, grandma, you don't need to. My mom used to tell her, grandma or mom, don't wash his clothes, and
Let
she
this
would
fool
still.
do his own.
I would, I'd come home from work and all my stuff is pressed. Here, Mio, here's your clothes for tomorrow. I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, this is the greatest woman that ever walked the
Damn.
planet Earth. But
Not only did she
it's not.
wash, but she pressed it.
Oh, bro, she was better than the cleaners. I think maybe she had a cleaner press back in her
Yeah,
room. I
maybe
don't know, bro,
it
because
was a dry cleaner. You
I've
didn't know
never
about?
seen, I've never seen stuff come out that press.
Wow.
But it wasn't even that. It wasn't the stuff she did for me. It was the other. It was just the love that I always felt, and the fact that I just felt unconditional love. And not that I ever did anything wrong, but if I did, she is the one that would have my back. Like, and my mom too, and a lot of others. But like, I know that's like maybe one of the first people I would go to if I ever had like major issues or I need to talk to somebody or whatever. Because she was just, I don't know, bro. She just oozed love. So, anyways, that
Yeah,
was the one. That was the one. I can never get that from no man. Feel me? All right.
that's
If
true.
you could if you could apologize to a woman from your past, what would you say?
From my
Or who would no,
past.
actually, who would it
Oh.
be? Who would it be and what would you say?
I can give you a heartfelt answer. I could say my mom because I was kind of a douchebag and a little dirtbag when I was a teenager, and I know I caused her a lot of late nights wondering where the hell I was at. Um, just coming home, just literally changing and leaving and not saying a word, and just I'm out the door, like stuff like that. I will say that. If you want to go not so heartfelt, you got anyone, any female that I've wronged and I've offended, or I don't want to say broken their hearts, but yeah, man. I mean, if I did you wrong and you're a female and I not necessarily did you wrong, but did wrong by you, I apologize. But for sure, my mom would be the biggest one because yeah, I know I caused her a lot of grief more than I should have, and she doesn't deserve that for sure.
For me, them hood rats, bro. The hood rats I was always messing around with. I
Aren't
feel
you wearing a
bad to
suit?
be. I
Can't use that with terminology when you wear a suit.
my Selena. No, not hood rats. Classy young ladies. Like in my 20s, I was just like, I was maybe lost. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know,
Immature, bro.
what I needed, immaturity. And I would like a girl and then, 6 months later, couldn't stand her and then think I needed somebody else when the problem was probably me. But I can't think of any like in particular, but I just know I did a lot of them dirty in the way I like kind of just, would go like I wouldn't ghost, but like say I didn't want to be with a chick, I would just start treating them like crap until they like got
Till they
tired of
couldn't,
it. And
they couldn't
then,
stand it,
yeah, like, yeah, I couldn't stand it no more. And then it would just kind of fade away.
and then they broke
But,
your heart. Why did you leave me? God damn it!
but yeah, so it's like to them, I did that a lot. And like, that's not cool. And as I look back on it, as I have daughters, I'm like,
As you matured,
yeah, and there is a question about daughters, so it's going to come up again, but I'll save that. So, okay. Have you ever realized you became the man somebody actually believed you could be?
no, because I don't. I still think I'm a work in progress, bro. Even
Come
though
on.
I'm almost 46. I have 3 children. I have a full adult daughter. I have an amazing wife. Um, on paper, I think I did good, but I still think there's a lot of stuff that I could have done better. I think I could have. I blame a lot of it on immaturity for sure. Part of me was forced to kind of grow up a little bit quicker than other people because of Cass and because I know I was 22, but still, like it took me so long to just be somewhat more mature than I was, and I think that is probably the key to it. Like I don't know. I just yeah. I think that's it, bro. Like I think it's immaturity. I think I did a lot of certain things I shouldn't have, and I mean, kind of led me to where I'm at. Yeah.
So for me, have you ever realized you became the man someone believed you could be? again, I got to go back to my grandma, bro. Like I always felt like she thought I could do really great things or at least good things or at least decent things.
Like she
And I
believed in you.
never I never really lived up to it like while she was here. I was kind of, even though I had already been married and divorced and was already, actually I was already dating the dirty one, bro, but when she passed away. So I am glad that that Desiree got to meet her, but I got to know her actually. Like she gets to know her like pretty good. But anyways, I always felt like she thought I could be like, something good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just always felt like she had a high bar for me, and I felt like I never delivered until later. Like she was a big fan of like aerospace and all that. She would have loved me working where I work. I'm not gonna say because
Yeah.
I don't want to get canned, but she would have loved that. That would have been like, you know what I mean? Because she was in that kind of same industry as as a worker. So I know that would have made her like so proud. And then to see my daughters go to college, so proud. Eventually, they're gonna get married, and I hope so, or whatever, But if she would have been around for that, like, so it's like I wish she would have been able to see kind of some of the stuff that did happen for me. I remember one time I was at her house and we were all drunk. I forget, like a bunch of me and my cousins. And she was actually she was actually drunk too. My grandma used to party, bro. She used to get down. She used to love beer. And she always used to be like, "Oh, I got to get my beer for the night." She would have like one beer a night, but this was like a Friday or Saturday night, so she got buzzed up, and I remember we were all like kind of just like all laughing and joking and talking freely, and like I don't know, somebody was asking her like, "Oh, grandma, what do you think of this cousin and this cousin?" And she was like being pretty blunt and open, which I've never seen her, but she was buzzed up. And then it came to me and she was like, "Oh," she's like, Paul, I love Paul, but I just wish you would be more like aggressive and go for it in life and da da da." Because I was, I'm like real laid back. I'm like real
Yeah, yeah,
casual. I'm like,
passive.
yeah, whenever I kind of like how you say you are, like, yeah, when we come off as like kind of just like, yeah, like real. And she wanted me to be a go getter, like, come on, and that's why I'm saying she expected, I think, a lot more of me. And I'm not saying I turned out to be anything great. I do have my own show with you, but that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
dog.
Yeah, Doug. But I
And you wear
think
a
she would have
suit on
been
a
like,
Wednesday night, bro. Sheesh.
yeah, bro. If she could see me now. But I do think she would have been proud like of where I got to. So that's kind of one that kind of makes me sad that I think she
I,
passed
I think
away
that I,
early.
I think that's very good for you to realize that, bro.
I'm on a delay. Oh, here we go. Look at, can Desiree ever just walk by and not have
What did she
not
say?
have a comment?
Oh,
She
you're wearing
said
the super suit.
It sounds like Louis on delay, but you can't hear Louis. Well, it looks like, oh, because your screen is like fuzzy, but when it when it's done, it'll be clear. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Des, bro. She always got to jump in. She always got to jump in with her not
Hey,
two
man, she's
cents,
head of
bro. Eight
production, bro.
cents. I'm sorry, bro. I cut you off. Go ahead. I'm
I lost
sorry.
what I was gonna say. Damn. Yeah, on to the next. I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay. Who are the queens that influenced you or had the biggest effect in your life, and why? So here you go. Now you can go ahead and throw some more
I
names
can
out.
I can hype up the biggest queen for me is Cass because she's kind of spearhead the whole thing. She kind of gave me purpose, gave me a direction, gave me whatever. But also, I do have to hype up Laura because Laura
Yeah. Oh,
helped
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
achieve stuff that I never thought I could achieve. As far as work, as far as owning a home, as far
But
as like
what do you mean?
buying
Like
my trucks. What's that?
she was just hype. She was just like hyping you up. Or,
No, you know
like,
what?
what do you
You know
mean?
what it is?
How did she influence
Is
you? Or
since the beginning of our relationship, she kind of just elevated everything, bro. Everything was um. How do I let me see if I can explain this. So when I got with her, obviously I already had Cass. She didn't have any kids, and um, we were in two totally different places in our lives, and she kind of led by example, and she never got on me and said, "Hey, you need to do this or you need to do more or whatever." But she kind of showed me that certain things were possible, so I went for it. Like because I kind of said like, "Oh, I can't let her carry, bro. Like I need to walk with her, not
yeah,
on her,
yeah,
not
yeah,
right on her back."
yeah.
So
Right.
yeah,
That
so then I
damn.
just started pursuing certain things at work, and like I said, we started, instead of getting an apartment, we like, no, we got to get a house. So everything just kind of, once I've always tell people, if you have somebody that is on the same level or the same page as you, it makes it a lot easier to move up, to get to the next level, to, you know what I mean, to just progress, bro. It's hard, but it doesn't need to be that hard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's so
yeah.
many things that can help you out, and that's her for me. You know what I mean? Like,
It's and
I owe
so
a lot
it
to her
sounds
for that.
it sounds like she makes you want to be better,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before.
Because I think
So you're kind of
yeah,
saying her and Cass, right? They both
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
both
Well,
made you want to
Cass
be
was
better.
from the beginning, gave me
Yeah.
purpose, gave me direction, gave me some sort of something to aim for higher.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then when I got with Laura, it was like, dude, like, we need to do this, we need to do that. And it was more like, you know what? I think I want to get a truck. Oh, what do you want? Let's start looking. And okay,
Yeah.
cool,
That's
cool,
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody on that level, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then like now, like I see half the stuff, she just handles it, bro. And like I wouldn't even know where to start. And she's like, oh, it's already taken care of. I'm like, damn, okay,
Right.
cool.
Right. Right.
That'll work.
Right.
That'll
Right.
work.
Wow. Okay. That's what I also have with the dirty one. Uh, Kind of how you were saying, I kind of forgot even what it's like to be single. I forgot that I used to have to do all this stuff because now you're right. It's just all how you said. You don't even know what she did, but you know it's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
done. It's like, wait, oh,
when
you
did you
did that?
do it?
Great.
How'd you do it? Don't worry about it. It's done. And that's kind of how it is with Desiree. She's way more like efficient than I ever was. She's quicker. She's faster. I don't even know how she runs the whole house. So
Yeah.
she's little. You know what I mean? What did you call her? She's like a honey badger, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, I did not
Um,
call her that, dog. Why do you keep saying that? I'm gonna have to
but
go
anyway,
back in
so
the
that
video and look for it, because I know I did not call her up.
you're the one that told me that. But so that's one queen. Of course, like how can you have a queen if you don't have a queen in your house first? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
okay,
dog.
there you go. The dirty one. I mean, she's a dirty queen, but she's a queen. I got to give her credit. I got to give her credit. And
Yeah.
you're right. She's kind of the one that runs this household too, keeps everything in line, keeps everything moving. Um, and then of course my mom, who I already told you about earlier. She was all the stuff she did for us as a kid, all the stuff she still does for me, for Desiree, for my kids. Even Desiree's kids, got to be the most selfless person I've ever met. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she'll give you whatever you need if she can. You know what I mean? Like anybody in the family, she'll help. Like she's the most
Even me,
selfless
dog. She gives
person.
me compliments all the time.
Yeah, bro, she loves you.
Cheers to her, bro.
So her, and then who else? Who else, babe? Of course, my daughters are queens, but they're still young heads. They're still finding their way. Um, my sister's younger than me, so I don't know if she necessarily influenced me as much, but she's always been like, because it was just us two, so we were always like kind of like grew up together, built. It's your built-in BFF when you guys are
Yeah.
around the same age. I've always been able to talk with her. I think the communication is good. We've had our like ups and downs because we have different personalities. In the end, like I still feel comfortable. I feel good with her. I just saw her Sunday at the Super Bowl. Cool, had a good time. So I would say her as well, and she's also like her style and everything in terms of like she kind of can take care of business. She's like a serious person too, and it's a good like influence on my daughters. I think sometimes actually the ones who are benefiting the most are my daughters because they got my mom, they got Desiree, they got Chris, they got some real like
Real
inspirational
ones.
women. Yeah,
Yeah.
that they can follow. They're teaching them how to be women and how to act correct. You know what I mean? I probably couldn't teach them because I'm a guy and I'm whatever. I'm the Roomba.
And
I'm
you
just here to
can't
bump into walls.
you can't put a price on that, bro. You don't know the true
No, there's
value, bro,
no, yeah,
until your daughters are older and they're like, like established and
right,
they're set up, and it's like,
yeah,
I think when you have something to look at, because I didn't have any of that, bro. Like I have a humongous
yeah,
family, but nobody really talked to me or said, hey, why don't you
right,
do this or why don't you do that, or maybe it's like you kind of figure it out. And I made a lot of bad choices and bad decisions because I'm not a great leader, so I don't make the best decisions. But yeah, man, I mean, they have a good foundation, bro, around them for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. And that's what you're right. Foundation, bro. You nailed it right there. That's a perfect word, foundation. Okay. How about this? And single Louis was out prowling the streets and looking for a mate. Did you want a woman like your mama, or did you want somebody different? Or did that even cross your mind?
that that never crossed my mind, bro.
Really?
It
What were you looking for, like specific qualities in
I don't
a
think, you
girl?
know what, for the longest, because I've been single at random times and for
Same,
different
same.
different amount of times. I mean, I guess like there's been shorter breaks, there's been longer breaks, but I don't think I ever went out with the intention. I'm not a very romantic guy. I'm not one of the, like a hopeless romantic where it's like, oh, I need to fall in love and I need to get married. I never thought of that, bro, ever. And as a single man, I went out and I just kind of, put myself out there. Like if they came up to me to talk to me, cool. If I went up to talk to them, cool. I mean, I've been rejected. I don't think I've ever rejected because nobody really ever came up to talk to me, but I've been rejected left and right, different settings, and I don't ever remember saying like, man, I would really love to marry her, or you know what I mean? Like it didn't cross my mind because I'm not built that way. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I was out there and I don't know. I'm proud of certain things and I'm not proud of other things. Like you said, there was some times where like I ghosted some girls. I didn't act right. I basically called them and never called them again. Like, it's just stuff you're not proud of, but yeah.
Stuff a gentleman doesn't do.
Yeah, a gentleman in the making. That's why. What is it? You can't make an omelet if you don't crack some eggs, bro.
Yeah, that's true. For me, I think it was different because, like, when I was single, when I was in my 20s, we got 2 new subscriber. Oh no, sorry, that's that other channel, State of Chaos. Sorry, who the heck subscribed to them? But we did get 1 new subscriber today. You see, we're at
Nice.
120 already, bro. We're jumping. All
Hell
right.
yeah, dog.
When I was single in my 20s, I I wasn't looking for any qualities or anything like you're saying. I was just tell the kids to turn away first. I was just trying to bang, bro. I was just trying to get it in and get out. Quickie
Earmuffs.
style. Yeah, earmuffs.
Yeah, no.
Earmuffs. But so at that age, I wasn't thinking of that. I wasn't thinking of kids. I wasn't thinking of families. I wasn't thinking of anything. Then I got married, had my kids, divorced, and then single again. Single older Paul was different. I was actually now, because I went through a divorce, I went through a marriage where it wasn't, we weren't meshed, it wasn't a good match. And so now the second time, am I out there just trying to bang? Yeah, maybe, but I'm also trying to find a mate and I'm looking for certain qualities. Now, are those qualities the same that my mom had? Nah, probably not. I mean, but I was looking for like somebody who was gonna be cool with me having kids. So if they had kids, cool. Somebody a little bit more closer to my age instead of dating a lot younger. Just because I was on a different going on a different scene, a different path. So I was looking for more stability. But the second time around, when I caught caught the dirty one, I was definitely looking more for like the next chick I'm gonna be with. I want it to be like somebody that I
Long
can
term.
marry and that long term. And then I just kind of lucked out with the dirty one that he ended up, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie. She was nice, she was cool, but she was kind of quiet. But really, I was just into her physically. And then as I was trying to like, all right, I'm just
As
gonna
you
keep
crack
this
the
going
shell.
for I'm just gonna keep this going for a couple months and then I'll shake loose. All of a sudden, I was like, hey, this chick's pretty damn cool. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't want to just like, dump this and get, I was like, Fresno? Come on, man. That's like have a long distance relationship. But you know what?
The 559.
Bro, she won me over. She was just so nice and so like it was just a perfect match. I've never felt that kind of like chemistry, you know what I mean, right off the
Wow.
bat. So it was like, yeah, I was like, all right, well, I guess
Hey,
I
that
got my
speaks
mate.
highly, bro.
I guess I made it up.
That's well worded.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I like that. I like that.
So yeah. So for me, it depended on age, but Okay, how about this? I know you have. Have you ever cried in front of a woman?
No, I've never cried at all. I don't even have tear ducts.
How
It
about
just,
this? Have you ever
I
cried in
sweat
front
out
of?
of my ear.
Have you ever cried in front of your mom? Has your mom seen you cry?
Yeah, I've cried in
And not
front of
as
my
a kid,
mom.
not as a kid, not as a kid, not as a kid,
No,
as
no,
adult. I'm
as an
talking
adult.
adult. Okay, she has. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I've cried in front of my mom. Maybe once, dude, and then after that, never again, bro. I mean, I've cried like when my grandma passed, and when I held her, and she cried, and I cried. But I'm sorry, I'm saying like
Just like
individual
regular,
because of
yeah.
yeah, because of me. No, there was once maybe when I was like I don't even know if I should say this, but I think I oh you know what? It was when I split up with Cass's mom for the first time, and I told her, and she started crying, and I started crying. But I mean, just because Cass was young and little and whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and then I think that was the last time. I don't remember there being another time if it wasn't, obviously for like somebody passed or whatever. But yeah, for sure, I've cried in front of Laura. Um,
What does Laura? What What does Laura think about you crying? Has she
she
told you?
freaking punched me, and she goes, "Man, the well, fool," and I said, "Okay, I'm
That's
sorry."
because I that's what I thought she would say. No, what is she? But
That's
like,
exact. You were here, remember?
I kind of feel like she would say that.
Yeah. No, you know what? God bless her. She's not the most. What's the word? She's not the most nurturing when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, you said that. You said that
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I tend to. I think the one time I cried in front of her. I was going through some legal stuff with Cass's mom in custody, and I felt like I was drowning, bro, and that's how I know because I couldn't take it. So she was, she was receptive to it and whatever. After that, every time I've cried has been because like I lost somebody or somebody passed away, and when with stuff like that, she's like whatever about it. I don't go to her for comfort in that sense, because I'm like I'm not gonna find it. She's just not, she's kind of a
She won't hug you at least,
there
or
there.
she won't even. She won't hug you, or at least give you
Yeah,
a high
she'll hug
five or
me, but it's
something.
not like
Oh,
I
okay.
need like a strong bear hug. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want her. You want her to pick you up, huh? Like
Yeah, I want her
put
to
your
be
legs
like, hey,
around her, and
cradle
yeah,
me, come
yeah, yeah,
here, big
yeah.
boy. Here, have a
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
But
That would be
yeah, so
dope.
I mean, I'm okay with that. That's cool. Thankfully, I don't cry. I don't cry a lot, but yeah, man. I mean, that's probably the one time with her. I mean, she'll see me cry like for movies and stuff, but I always tell her like,
Yeah,
man, you don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
you don't have a heart. Like, how did you not cry when Iron Man died? God
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh yeah. That was a sad. That was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, bro. But you know what I mean. So I don't expect it. And also I haven't seen her cry that much. So I kind of see where she's coming from, and I kind of see her whole attitude and her whole way of being. And
Yeah.
hey, man, I
Yeah.
accept it for it. That's cool. I know I'm not gonna go to her for comfort in that sense. You know what I mean?
So you accept how she is. She
Yeah,
accepts how
she'll
you got
she'll
it.
give it to
Yeah.
a certain level. Yeah, she'll hug me and
Yeah.
and like she'll listen, but it's not like I don't think she babies me like, oh, come here,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But also, I'm not
Come
used
here,
to that,
baby.
so I don't really need it.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
right.
I
Right. Right.
I
Right.
think I
Right.
need
Right.
it,
Right.
yeah. But my mom never really comforted me like that
Yeah.
as an
Yeah.
adult. So
Yeah. I only know of one time I cried in front of my mom, but I'm sure I cried. Well, as an adult, I was uh I was in my early 20s, and I used to get really sick every winter, like clockwork. I would get bronchitis, and bro, it was bad. I mean, I would be like laid out for like a week, and I remember I was in bed, and she came into the room, and I was just in so much, like everything hurt to swallow, to breathe. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't. It was just like it was just the worst. And I remember she came in to whatever, give me some meds or maybe some I don't know, whatever. And I just started crying. I couldn't hold it. I was just
mm,
I couldn't. It was just like I don't remember ever crying like that as an adult in front of her over something so like, like a funeral. Yeah, I remember I a couple funerals where I cry and she hugged me. Usually I didn't cry until she hugged me, and then I start crying. As soon as
yeah,
someone hugs me,
that'll do
something
it for
sad, then
sure.
I start bawling because
Yeah.
usually I'm like I'm good, and someone hugs me, and like I just start bawling out.
Yeah.
So a couple funerals, she's done that. I mean, everybody saw me cry when I was giving the speech for my stepfather's funeral. Desiree, have you seen me cry?
Yeah.
Like serious? Oh, not when I'm buzzed up.
Yeah.
What did I cry over? Oh, I cried. Oh, I did cry when he died? So I do have a heart. I'm not soulless like Louis says. Okay, see, Louis?
Oh,
I
you
cried
honey
when
badger,
my
you.
she said I cried when my stepfather died because a lot of times that who? Oh, when my grandma died, yeah. That one shook me for a while. I was like really shook. Oh, I cried when Hillary Clinton lost. Hey, hey, hey,
Hey,
say,
keep it
calm
down.
down now. Hey,
I got a
relax, girl.
reputation to upkeep.
Hey, yeah, come on, man. My previous question, I was talking about hood rats, and now you're talking about me crying over Hillary Clinton. I guess I have cried a lot, bro, and I cry a lot at movies. At movies when I'm like
No, yeah,
buzzed
yeah,
up
for
or
sure.
something.
Yeah,
No, but like where I'm like out of my mind. So we're laying in bed, and then I start crying. And she's like, "Why are you crying?" And it's like Armageddon or
that's
2012
sad.
or
How
something
does she not have a
stupid.
heart?
Well, because she knows that I'm inebriated, I guess. Let's put it that way. And so she knows that it's like, and then the next morning she's like, "Why are you crying over?" One time I cried over an episode of what's that? Have you seen that show called Cold Case? It's
Like
like,
A&E or something.
yeah, it's like Law and Order. I don't know what happened. This dude, this black,
They couldn't
bro, this
solve the
black.
case.
No, they did, but it was too late. This black dude was on death row for a murder he didn't commit. He kept saying, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it" for years and years. Nobody believed him. Finally, the cold case team was like, "Hey, we'll check it out." They took up the case. They were getting all the evidence. They were getting everything together. They finally found that he did. I don't know if it was DNA or something. They finally found out he didn't do it. It was too late. He got killed that day.
Oh,
I
snap.
just, bro, I just started bawling. I just started bawling. Like this guy spent his whole life in prison and then not only that, that's bad enough, right? Life in prison? No, he spent his whole life in prison and then gets killed, executed, and he didn't do it, bro. He didn't do it all because the guy who set him up was racist and said that he did it, pointed him out, said he did it, even though he never saw him. And it was like,
Damn.
oh my God. Bro, that one I think was a legit cry. I just started crying, bro. I'm like, what? How can you do that to one of my brothers? But no, so yeah,
My brother.
to one of my homies, but I have cried a
Oh,
lot.
good Lord.
I'll cry at the drop of a hat. All right, let's move on before I do cry. What's something oh, this one's good. What's something you hope your daughter never tolerates from a man?
Disrespect and not seeing her true
Oh,
value.
yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, like I said, I have two daughters, bro, and to me, those two females are probably the most special females in my life. I mean, above my family, my sisters, my mom, above my wife, even those two daughters are the key to my whole existence. Obviously, Nick too, but he's a boy, so it's a different kind of. He's more of a what's the word like a logistic like a logistic side of it. But those two girls, I hope that they one know their value and two hold it to the highest. Like I don't even know what the word is, but I don't want them to I don't want them to think less of themselves for a man. I don't want them to do anything less for a man. Like if you love with your full heart. If they love you, hopefully it's the same. Hopefully if they don't, you'll understand. Hopefully you'll never be in a situation where the guy's beating you or the guy's just belittling you. Like have some self-respect and hopefully remove yourself if you can from something that you shouldn't be in. And I think I've taught them to value themselves, bro, because that's the number one thing. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect somebody to see your value? So I think that's probably the number one for sure.
And you know that they say that a girl gets her value or her worth from her father. Like
I hope.
if father appreciates her and praises her and gives her that confidence that's how she has it. The ones that don't, they're trying to get that validation or seeking that
Hmm.
attention or whatever from another man, and that's
Yeah, from
what leads
whatever
them
they
to do
give
it. So
her, they're gonna expect
yeah,
it, and whatever they don't, they're gonna want it.
yeah. So I mean, bro, I mean, I don't even need to answer because you summed it up. That's how daughters, I feel like, are just, you're right. You see them different. I mean, did we already do a show like that, or we're gonna do a show on the difference between raise? I think, or maybe we did, huh? I don't know. I got to look in the vault. But girls, I feel like more like I just always will feel like they need to be protected. You know what I mean? They need, and your boy, it's kind of like, he'll figure it out. He'll make it happen. He'll whatever, whatever. But like, it's my daughters. Like, you got to make sure that they're protected, and you got it. You're right. You got to make sure that they know their worth. I feel like I got to start talking to my daughters more about that as they're getting older now, because they're about to get to that. But one already had a boyfriend, and the other, I mean, they're already 21. But I want to keep instilling that, because you're right. I used to do that a lot more when they were younger, and then kind of they started getting older, teenagers. I kind of stepped back a little. Instead, I should have, because I didn't want to. Sometimes when I'm preaching too much to them, I feel like they start to tune me
Yeah,
out
you're
a
like,
little.
oh,
You
they're
know what I
not trying
mean?
to
And
hear
it's just
that.
like, okay, and then
Yeah.
I'll stop. I'll be like, I'll look at them, and they're kind of looking away, and I'm just like, okay, all right, all right.
Or they'll shut
I've been
you down,
rambling.
like, come on, dad, come on, dad. Yeah, yeah.
I've been
And you're like, oh,
yeah,
all
or
right, you're right, you're right.
I've been rambling for 30 minutes, and I could tell I already lost the room. So I'm just like, all right, all right. Kind of like this show, But yeah, bro. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say anything, because what you said was perfect, and
Thanks,
that's a
man.
beautiful
I've never
answer.
heard that
So
before. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, last question. Look at that, and we're at 48. Okay, is there a woman in your life that you hope is watching this right now, or women?
I think every woman that I've ever interacted with or come across, I would love for them to watch this episode, because
Why
I
though?
think
Because they could see kind of a better side,
yeah,
like, oh,
in
he's a good
every
guy.
yeah,
He is a good guy. Yeah.
I want them to know that I appreciate them. I thank them, because I think I told you, every female that I've ever interacted with has at least opened something up, like opened my eyes to something, made me realize something. Because I am very fortunate, especially like coming from a humongous family, bro, on both
Yeah.
sides, the Aguilar side and the Renteria side from my mom. Where I've been I've been fortunate to interact with a lot of strong, smart, um, I mean, just badass women, bro. Like they just get it done when it needs to get done. Especially like, I'm gonna say the Renteria side more than the Aguilar side, but it doesn't take anything away from the Aguilar side. But I think there's more females on the Renteria side, my mom's side, because she has her sisters, and it's funny that my mom has, I don't know the exact count of brothers and sisters off the top of my head, but I think it's like 6 or something like that. But don't hold me to that. But each one of them has like a daughter, bro, that just handles business, and is I think I credit that to my grandma, because she was a freaking warrior, and she instilled that in all the females on that side. The Aguilar side is similar. I mean, I think there's less females, at least the ones that I've encountered, but all of them, bro, all of them have just kick butt, bro, and I'm very fortunate to see that. I'm very fortunate to be a product of that, and for that I will be forever grateful, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I
And
almost cried.
oh, that's good. That's good. And I feel the same, bro, because I've had a lot of, like, from even the time I was a kid, it was like how they say a village, like my aunts. I have my mom's two sisters who I spent summers with. I mean, just tons of time with. I looked at them when I was younger as, mother figures. Like, they would have done anything for me. I felt like they treated me like I was honestly like one of their kids. So it's like
Yeah,
have respect for my mom's aunts on my mom's side. Even on my dad's side, there's some. Look at Loopy, bro. She's a strong,
a
independent
warrior.
woman, that a warrior. That's like, that's a great person to look up to.
And
She's
Gina, bro,
awesome.
her
So,
daughter.
and her job, yeah, she's another,
I mean,
another one
another
that's
warrior, bro, for
that's
sure.
that's done is doing everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm?
so there's a lot of positive women, even outside of, like, of course, my mom, of course, Desiree now, of course, my sister. Shoot, who am I forgetting? My daughters, great women. Well, oh, Desiree said her mom, great to me. Yeah,
Hey,
her
her mom.
mom
Hey, shout
loves
out her
me,
mom, bro.
bro.
Her mom's cool as hell.
Hey, shout out her mom, but I think her mom likes me more than her.
I think her mom likes me more than both of you.
No, hey, shout out to Desiree's mom. She's like a different type too, because it's like every woman is different. Like how we were saying, Loopy's real strong and tough and independent, and then Desiree's mom's is more like softer and kinder and just real like that cool vibe. Like, hey, you know, how are you? I'm gonna give you a hug. Like almost like hippie-ish, which is
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you want to be around that. It's like it's uplifting. Shoot, who else? My daughters. Who else? I know there's more women in my life, right? No? My grandmother. I unfortunately don't have any grandmas. Both my grandmas passed away, but both were influential. Even my dad's grandma, even though she died when I was young, my dad's mom, even though she died when I was young, I mean, she still left such a huge impression in just that short time. Uh, I only can wish or hope, or not hope, imagine what it would have been like if she was still around. You know what I mean? How close I would have been to her. One more person who just has that unconditional love for me. So shout out to all those aunts. I don't want to say their names. I don't know if they want to be said on the show, but the aunts on my mom's side, both of you know who you are. My mom, my sister. Yeah, all these women are great, bro. I love them all.
Hey, I don't know
And
we were doing shout outs, you fool.
well, no, I mean you. Well, go get here.
Man, you just straight like went like.
I just
want to shout out Hillary
the
Clinton,
phone book, or I just opened
Princess
the
Diana,
phone book and started.
Mother Teresa.
No, look at hey, because I'm about to do the outro. Here, go ahead and do your outro and throw a couple out. Throw a couple shout outs.
I'm thankful for my mom, my sister Rosie, my sister Miguel, my sister Lupi.
Bro, your sister Rosie is dope. Shout out
my
to
tia
her.
Martha, my tia Bertha, my tia Reina for sure. Who else? My tia Alicia. Licha, Betsy, Stacy, these are the main, like the older girls on that side. Victoria, Laura for sure, dude. Cass, Natalia, Doña Estela, my mother-in-law, bro. Another amazing female. Tia Rosita off of my off of Laura's side. I mean, these are just females that just kind of, like I said, they embody that warrior, that like we do what we got to do.
That tough. Yeah.
All the ones on the Aguilar side, bro. There's so many on the Aguilar side. Even though it's like, but I think they're just the older ones, and then they left it with the younger ones, and they all handle business. You know who you are. I'm not gonna go on that one because that one is really, really, really rough. really, really rough.
Yeah, it's only an hour show, bro.
yeah. I'm trying to, we gotta cut it. We gotta cut it. But for sure, bro. I mean, those are the ones for sure. Yeah. And I mean, thank you if you've come into my life, and I'm truly a better person because of a woman, and I appreciate that. And that's it for me.
That's dope. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to my cousins too. I got a lot of girl cousins on my mom's side, and I know we said Gina on my dad's side, but on my mom's side too. All my cousins, they're all cool. They're all successful. They're all doing great. I love them all. Okay, so the strongest men. And get my paper for this. I don't want to misread. The strongest men we know were shaped by strong women. Always remember that. Today, we gave respect and props to the women who built us, challenged us, but most importantly, never gave up on us.
Oh man,
they gave us that unconditional love. This episode was for all you ladies. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. This was the Gentleman's Hour, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, Louis. That was good, man.